Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with my June favorites for 2018. And if you guys want to see what my favorites were this month, then keep on watching. I think June, in a general scheme of things, was described as a month that was hella busy, but hella rewarding. This month, Ryan and I went to Europe for the first time together, my first time in general, and we had so much fun with our travels, and I will be sure to link my travel with me's down below so you guys can watch them, but we'll talk about that later in this video. This month was not a very content heavy month because, again, of those preparations for our trip, but with that said, July will be a crazy busy month when it comes to content, so stay tuned, be sure to subscribe, and yeah, we'll go through that spiel a little bit later. The first thing I want to talk about my favorites this month is something that is very special to me, and that's only because, like, when it comes to my dietary needs and my fitness needs, I am somebody who usually will eat a protein bar every single day. It's usually my breakfast, and there are just some protein bars that are awful and you have to choke them down. But I recently discovered the One protein bars, and I don't have any with me here currently because they're all at my desk at work, but specifically the chocolate chip cookie dough and the maple glazed donut. Those two are the best tasting protein bars I've ever experienced in my life. The only thing that I don't like about them is their price tag, and I buy mine individually about $2 a pop at Walmart or an equivalent store. They don't taste like a protein bar. Like, when I'm biting it and it says that it's a maple glazed donut, it's a maple glazed donut. And they're really good in terms of protein. I think there's like 20 grams of protein per bar. The calorie count's not bad either. I think the bars are about maybe 220, which is about what I try to average for my breakfast aside from my coffee. But yeah, really big fan of those. They taste delicious. They don't taste like a protein bar. I don't feel as if I'm choking them down, but I'm actually enjoying them, and they keep me pretty full for a good while. Definitely a big fan of those. If you're somebody who is looking for dietary or different protein options, definitely consider that because I can't stop talking about them. They're that good. I've also tested the birthday cake one, which I will say that birthday cake, anything flavored, is usually way too sweet for me. I've had the birthday cake buff bake cookies. Those were terrible. This is like the one birthday cake flavored thing that I do genuinely like. So another flavor to add to the list. What they need to make is like a variety pack of like 12 bars and like all the different flavors, because I can't test them all at once. Like, I don't like buying one specific kind of protein bar. This is just me on a reel. I like to switch them up every other day. So make the variety pack. And if there is a variety pack, link it to me because I need it. One thing that I picked up for the trip to Germany and Amsterdam was the Way Air Dry Foam Mousse. And this stuff, I really do like it because you just put it in your hands, mix it up a little bit, and then fluff it in your hair, and then you're out the door, and your hair is going to be the same kind of wave all the way through. It really gives it that beachy, messy wave, and I love knowing that, like, if I put this throughout my hair, all the waves are going to be the same. It's not going to be like one crazy kink over here and then like subtle down here. Like, this stuff does work really well. And again, I love the fact that, like, I can put it in my hair and walk out the door. That's basically what I did every day that we were in Germany, is I put this stuff in my hair and just walked out the door. And I never had to worry twice that, like, my hair was gonna frizz or it was gonna look awful or whatever. This definitely was a saving grace when it came to that simplified summer hair care routine. You can sit and twist and braid the hair if you wanted, so it would be a little bit more of a tighter curl, but I really don't think you need to worry about this when it comes to that universal, like, uniform curl. I became a fan after testing the wave spray, and then I picked this up thinking like, oh, it's a mousse and like it's an extra step that I won't have to worry about. Was very delightfully surprised. This became an instant lifesaver when we were away, and I definitely will see myself using this more during the summer for those days where it's just too damn hot and you don't want to worry about doing your hair. It doesn't give it that crunchy mousse feel. It genuinely feels like, you know, soft, manageable hair. Next item in my favorites this month was another hair care product that I found in my Birchbox this month, and this was the R&Co Waterfall Moisture and Shine Lotion. This was something that I didn't think I was gonna like because we know that I'm very hit and miss when it comes to R&Co products in general, but this was something that, with that air dry foam, the two worked really well together. This acts as like kind of a frizz tamer, and it kind of just adds a little moisture and shine into your hair without making it feel too weighed down. This stuff smells really good too. It smells very clean and crisp, almost as if it's got like a little bit of like cucumber in there. Definitely was a fan of pairing this with the air dry foam and also the wave spray. It makes the hair a little bit more shinier, healthier looking, adds a little bit of extra moisture, which is something that we know I struggle with because of dyeing and bleaching my hair. I use this almost every single day when it comes to my hair. Doesn't matter if I'm air drying, blow drying, heat styling, it doesn't matter. I use this as part of like that cocktail that I make for my hair whenever I go to put product in. If I run out, which will probably be in a good while, I will consider repurchasing unless if I find something else that works a little bit better. But yeah, definitely a big fan. I was fortunate enough to receive a free complimentary copy of Us Against You, which is his newest book. And I have to tell you, if you read Beartown, please pick this up and read this, because this, I did not cry while reading Beartown. There are tear-stained marks on these pages because of how much this story tugged at my heart. It is such a good book. I highly recommend it. I've seen that this thing is on New York Times bestseller, and I completely understand why. It's just such a good read. It's a not a feel good, but like it really kind of opens up, makes you feel vulnerable, makes you fall for these characters. And yeah, I will be sure to link my book review down below for this too, so you guys can kind of get a little bit of an idea. I couldn't really say too much because I had received a pre-published copy of the book. I definitely have become a big fan of Fredrik Backman. Highly recommend following him on Instagram if you don't already, because he is hilarious. And yeah, this was definitely a good closure to what Beartown was, because we had a lot of unanswered questions in that story, and now this definitely answers a lot of it. Very good. Would recommend. 10 out of 10 stars. Fire flame emojis. Go ahead and send it, because I gotta fix it. And even if you don't like the sport of hockey, as I mentioned with Beartown, it is not a story about hockey. It is a story about people, and I 100% recommend. Read Beartown first if you are going to read that. If you just pick this up off the shelf, you will be a little confused. There is some similarity between, and they do kind of get you back up to pace in that book, but please read Beartown first because it's just such a great story. So yeah, I consider myself a pretty proficient packer. I take a lot of bus trips, I take a lot of road trips, and I'm somebody who has learned that you don't need 17 outfits when you're gone for 3 days. Like, I finally have learned that. It took me a long time to get there, but I finally have learned that. I'm somebody who is very smart and savvy when it comes to packing, but I think my packing game has been revolutionized with the addition of packing squares. I picked these up at Target and they were on clearance. I don't remember who they're by. I think it was a Target brand. Inside this pack, there is the large pack. There is 3 medium-sized, 1 drawstring bag, and then 1 really small one. And then also my laundry bag in here too that I've had for years. Didn't believe the hype of packing squares because I would read them on Pinterest and everyone's like, you have to buy packing squares. You have to buy packing squares. If you're going to be a traveler, you got to buy these. And I thought at first, like, all right, this sounds kind of stupid because, like, how are these little tiny squares going to make more room in your suitcase? It doesn't seem possible. I can't even begin to tell you how amazed I was at myself when it came to packing. I used those when I went to Europe, and when I say that packing everything up so tightly in these little squares, I don't know how. I don't know what black magic they use, but, like, I had so much more room. I was so much more organized. I can't believe that, like, I did not buy these any sooner because I went on a quest high and low to find packing squares because I knew what I wanted. I just couldn't find them anywhere. But I found these. I said, you know what the hell, 20 bucks, I'll spend on them. It's fine. And I don't think I'm ever going to pack for a trip without packing squares again. It condenses everything and everything is so much more organized. It leaves so much more room in your suitcase. I don't know how, but it does. And, like, I can't believe that I've lived 25 years of my life without packing squares. Honest to God. I don't understand the magic behind it, but, like, I now understand all of the Pinterest bloggers and why they say you need packing squares. I can't explain it. It's part of a cult now, I guess. I would pack, like, my t-shirts and, like, roll them up so they wouldn't get wrinkled. I would roll my t-shirts and throw t-shirts in here. I would throw, you know, underwear and socks and bras in one, and then, like, I would use, like, my pants and stuff, like, roll those up too and pack them inside just in the suitcase. But I had so much more room for souvenirs, and it just made me more organized. I don't know how or why, but it did. And yeah, I was totally surprised with the results of these. I will never use anything else. And quite frankly, you should buy them too because they're just that good. amazing. Amazing. They're amazing. The last thing inside my favorites this month, which should not need any explanation, would be the trip that we took to Germany and to the Netherlands. And you guys can watch my travel with me down below too, so you can see everywhere that we went, besides a couple places. But yeah, the trip alone was remarkable. It was definitely a lifetime of experience. I had a blast. Ryan and I had a really good time together, sightseeing, traveling, exploring. Such a eye-opening experience, because I didn't really get a chance to talk about it in the videos, but being back home, reflecting, crazy to think that like I was over there in Europe and it never hit me. Like I said in the video, it hit me that I wasn't home. It still never hit me. It still never had that moment where I was like, you're not home anymore. But like in the same sense, it was still an amazing trip. Be sure to watch those videos so you guys can travel with me, because I actually did a travel vlog this time. I did 3, and you guys can watch them down below. We are also planning another trip. I know. We're planning another trip to Iceland in November, and I'm quite excited for that. So I guess, like, would that be a favorite? Like an upcoming trip? I guess it could be a favorite. Why not, right? Those are all my favorites this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like my videos and if you like my content and if you like me, feel free to subscribe by hitting the button down below and getting notified when I post new favorites. Okay, take 14. I will also be sure to do a full vlog post about my favorites this month, and you guys can find that over at the blog at Life with Sarah or at sarahlock.com. 2 H's, 2 K's. That was impossible to do. I don't know why, but it was. It's been so long since I've sat down and actually filmed anything that like P-Brain can't figure it out. I will also be sure to link all my social media profiles down below too, so you can follow me wherever I might be. It's not working today because it's too nice, and I want to go sit in my kiddie pool, but I can't. So problems. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce on out of here. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Take care. Love you always. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.